we're still unbeaten, and surely that has got to continue against a really badly performing Everton. Hello there everyone, it is TIJ and welcome to episode 4 of season 3 of Conquering the Euro with Liverpool on Football Manager 2019. Today we play the Merseyside Derby at Anfield, followed by a game after the international break at Villa Park against Aston Villa again in the Premier League. There's a Premier League double episode today. I did talk last time out about how I'm not going to particularly show much of the European stuff until we get to the knockout stage, because to be quite honest, I don't really see the point of it too much. But we played a few games since I've last been with you. Last week we played Watford and Apollon Limassol, and good news, we've won every game since then. In fact, we've won every game since we drew against Man City in the Premier League. We beat Bournemouth 3-1, with Balotelli's getting 2 goals and Salah getting 1. Bournemouth did get 1 back, but Balotelli made it 3-1 in the last minute. So that just made sure there was no hiccup or draw for Bournemouth at the Merseyside Stadium. We've talked as well about Bournemouth Stadium being redeveloped in previous episodes. That's why they've been there for a while now. And then we played against Stoke in the League Cup third round, and it's quite common for us to have high-scoring games in the League Cup. It's a really weird one because we've had it for a while. We had it against QPR and Bristol City. It's alright, there's just something in my mouth. That's why I'm going like that. It's not because I'm just being a weirdo, but just ignore me. In the first season, I think we had 2 4-4s against QPR and Bristol City. And this time it just went over the top. It went completely over the top of it. And within 23 minutes, we were 3-0 up against Stoke at Anfield, with Meckham getting an own goal, Aguero and Salah also adding to it. Then Ryan Woods got 1 back. Then Milner made it 4-1. And they thought, yeah, it was over. Then we made it 5-1, and it was very much, yeah, this is over. And then they scored 3 goals, and I thought, oh no, surely not. We're going to lose here. We're going to lose. It's going to look awful. It's going to look awful. It's going to look awful. But luckily, that was it. And we got through to the 4th round, and we've got Leicester in the 4th round. That might be a bit of a tricky game. I'm surprised we're only in October still. It feels like we're a lot later in the season than that. Then we had an easy win against Cardiff, much easier than that Stoke game. We won 2-0 with Origi and Firmino. I've been told, you know who you are if you told me this. I've been saying Firmino's name wrong. I keep calling him Roberto Firmino. Just for you, Josh. Firmino. There you go. Firmino. Oh, I've just done it. Start to call him Firmino. I've just called him Firmino. Right, let's try that again. Firmino got a hat-trick against Lokomotiv Moscow. Aguero also getting a hat-trick, and Firmino... I'm just taking the mick now. I'd love to say I'm taking the mick, but I'm really not. And Fabinho got a goal to make it 7-3 against Lokomotiv Moscow. I'm saying I'm not showing any of these games in the Europa League, but they are all awfully exciting so far. Lokomotiv Moscow got 3 goals, but we battered them in the end and beat them 7-3, which is very nice coming to this game against Everton at the weekend. But one of the problems is that we were in Russia on Thursday and we're only playing on Sunday, so we've got a hell of a lot of problems with players who are tired. So we're actually going to take Gnabry out and put Woodburn in. That makes a bit more sense to me. And the team for today's game against Everton is a little bit of a weaker team, but hopefully because Everton are way down in 17th place. If we look at Everton, if the Premier League will actually load, there you go, they're in 17th, and, well, if they lose today, they're back in the relegation zone purely because of goal difference. And Balotelli needs to score today to make sure he retains his position as top goal scorer. Very exciting, isn't it? But for the team today, we have got a little bit of a weaker one because of what I've just said. We've got Joe Hart in goal, which is obviously the player who's going to be in goal all the time now. If you didn't see last episode, you probably got a hint by the episode title. But we've let go Alisson Becker. Toure, Van Dijk, Mia and Robertson at the back, with Keita and Wijnaldum holding in the midfield. Shaqiri and Woodburn are on the wings, and let's try this for the first time. Balotelli and Firmino are up front. It's going to be quite a tongue twister, because I am going to say Firmino a few times. I'm going to say Firmino a few times. It's just natural. It's naturally done. But over time, hopefully, by the time we leave Liverpool, we will call him Firmino. But we have made a very good start to this season. If we win this game, we go 10 unbeaten, which is exactly what we've done in real life, actually, which is quite fun. And I genuinely think we haven't got many challenging games up until the Arsenal game, which I think is the start of November. So we've got a good 4 or 5 games yet of games that we should be winning. Now, the teams are warming up. It's taking forever for this to do, which is a little bit concerning. I've just downloaded the new FM update. Any longer, I'm going to have to cut away. It's taking a while for the teams to warm up. Right, I'm going to cut away. You watch. As soon as I cut away, it's going to... Right, Everton playing a very defensive formation, a 4-1-4-1, which is interesting to see. So what we're going to do, we're going to change our style today, just to hold possession a little bit more, because they are going to be very defensive, so chucking it up isn't really going to work too much. But playing it out of defence, we are going to pass into space, but we are going to distribute to the playmaker and have a high defensive line. That makes all sense. Don't necessarily use the offside trap today, that doesn't really work. But we are going to tell the players that we are favourites for a reason and make sure we go and win this game. We've won a lot of games recently. We haven't lost a game this year. And if we go and lose this game against Everton, it'd be a real shame. But Everton are a team that need a win at the end of the day. They've only got 5 points out of their 9 games. A lot less than we've had, certainly. I think we've had, what, 23 so far? It's going to be 24, of course, today. Because we've got the points on the board already. But it's quite a weird Premier League table. You've got Chelsea and United who have only played 9 games. You've got West Ham who have only played 8. It's a bit of a weird one. But on the whole, a lot of teams have played 10 games. And if you work it out, if we win today's game, we get top of the table. And Chelsea just need to they need to get a point, don't they? And then they're back on top of the table. But at the moment, it seems there's 3 teams pulling away. I suppose you could say, if United win their game, they're pulling away as well. But the likes of City and Arsenal have not had the best start, quite frankly. City, of course, finishing second last year to Manchester United. And I genuinely hope we can keep our form up and then we win the Premier League. And that's a lovely goal to start us off. Balotelli getting the shot on goal, which puts it in the back of the net. But Michael Keane makes it an own goal, which is something I've seen quite a lot in FM. Just recently, a hell of a lot of own goals. But let's have a look. It was Balotelli who put the shot on goal. It was Woodburn who got the first interception and clash with the ball. Let's have a look. Balotelli, is it just going to stop there? Don't tell me FM's. That was really weird. I thought the computer was just going to go off then. That's why I was a bit bizarre for a minute. Checking the computer, just completely crashed. Balotelli, oh, Woodburn didn't get a touch. I could have sworn Woodburn got a touch, but fair enough. Michael Keane put it in the back of the net, and it's 1-0 now to the Liverpool. That's absolutely beautiful. Not particularly pleased, though, that Balotelli's got a yellow card already. It's not the best way for him to start, but he's had a very good start to the season. I'm very pleased with him so far. And Firmino nearly makes it his first goal. I know I called him Firmino, but I don't really care because Woodburn has scored his second goal of the season. You'll notice that Woodburn will be in the team a lot more now. And we are 2-0 up within 15 minutes at Anfield. And it seems to be working. We've got nearly 50% in possession, which is something we haven't done a lot recently. I've worked out, I think, how to get, because I was moaning last episode about, oh, it's ridiculous with this whole possession thing because we're only getting 30% each time. It's just reducing the pass intensity, ensuring that we work the ball into the box. And it seems to be working at the moment, to be quite frankly, because we are 2-0 up within 23 minutes. And this could be 3-0. Woodburn again to Balotelli, and he scores his 10th goal of the season. Within 10 goals, Mario Balotelli is in double figures, and it's 10 for Balotelli. Is it? No, it's not 10 for us. That doesn't work at all. It's our 10th game. You can go along their lines. But lovely, beautiful build-up play, making sure we retain possession. Nothing too selfish from Keita, but a good shot from Woodburn. And it was a good save from Pickford, to be fair, with that power that Woodburn put into the shot. But he couldn't quite save the rebound that came from Balotelli. This is no way going to be 4. Surely Shaqiri up straight after the goal to Balotelli, but nothing comes of it yet. Guidetti on the ball to Di Maria. This could be a bit worrying. Di Maria to Richarlison. Good stuff from Almond Torre to get that one out. Shaqiri runs through. Firmino, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and it's very nearly 4-0. I don't know how this is happening. Genuinely, I thought today, we're going to lose because we're on camera, but I feel that, and I hate saying this because every time I say it, we seem to ruin it. I don't want to utter the words, but I think you guys might know what I'm on about. I think we're going to win the league this year. I do. We've got 26 points as it stands from 10 games. And the only time we've dropped points is against Tottenham and Man City. And we've won the games we need to. And if we keep that up for the rest of the season, or for a long portion of the season, then we won't have any trouble, in my opinion. Certainly finishing the top 2 or 3. But we need this consistency. We've only conceded 10 goals so far, which is in no part down. Well, it's in every part down, in fact, to the defence, of course. And Joe Hart's doing really well coming to this side. But we've scored 24 goals even in those 10 games. And I believe this might be Joe Hart's first clean sheet, if he can keep a clean sheet today. He's done quite well, though, in games, because in most games, he's only conceded 1. I know he's conceded 4 and 5 against Stoke and Lokomotiv Moscow. Seems a little bit hypocritical for me to say that, but I think against Cardiff he might have got his first clean sheet. I think he must have got a clean sheet against Watford, but not Watford, Cardiff. But we are having some very impressive stats though. 52 minutes in, 18 shots and 11 of those on target. So we're definitely testing the Everton goal, and they haven't got anything in terms of their attack, which is quite a shock. You know, they've got the likes of Di Maria, Richarlison, Sigurdsson, Sami Khedira all in the team, which is a very good team if you look at it on the face of it. But as you can see, the defenders all on 7+ rating, so it seems that it's the defenders that are really making sure that they have no part to play in today's game to Everton. Going to make a few subs though now. Who we're going to bring on? We're going to bring on Lallana for Shaqiri for a rare appearance. I know that we were going to sell Lallana at the end of last year, but it never really worked out. We're going to bring on Grujic for Wijnaldum. And who can we bring on? Pardon me, at left back. I don't think there is anyone, can we really? We're going to put Fabinho though. I know he don't really want to play there, but you know, we haven't got anybody else to play there, and Robertson is absolutely shattered. Could this be the fourth, or will this be Everton's chance to get back into the game? I do wonder. A lovely ball from Woodburn to Balotelli, but Pedro Oliveira chucks it out for now. But good ball from Sakiri to Firmino. I'm very hoping that Firmino... I'm genuinely not taking the mick. I find it a bit tricky to call him Firmino. But lovely ball from Robertson up, and nothing quite comes of it, unfortunately. But again, consistent attacking play. Will this allow our 20th shot to go on goal? And hopefully a fourth goal. Lovely ball from Keita to Robertson. Robertson into the box to Firmino, to Woodburn, to anyone. Oh, that's gutting him. It comes off Woodburn. I thought he'd come off Woodburn, so I'm a bit surprised we do get the corner. But we've made the triple substitution, and we are properly playing like a team, which is absolutely lovely. It genuinely is. It's brilliant. It's lovely to see. And it's just nice that we're winning games. There's not really much trouble. There's always a point in my seasons, I always find, where we get a downtime. There's 5 or 6 games that we can't win. And I think that they are the real times that mean that we don't do anything in the league. It's those 10 drop points that tend to be the trouble. I mean, you can see last year we were only 1 point again, apart from qualifying from the Champions League. So it's all very much little, not little boundaries, but little, what's the word? Not little. See, I'm rubbish at words. I genuinely am. Thank God I didn't take English at A level. It's little things. It's very little. I've got the word in my head then. Margins. That's the word. Margins. After about 30 seconds of me talking, we finally got the flipping word. And it's not going to be a clean sheet today. Robbie Brady puts it in the back of the net. But will it affect the result? No, I'm not bothered about clean sheets, to be quite honest. I know I said I was. But Firmino has had a really bad game, it seems, today. And he has 6.0 in terms of his rating. And hopefully playing against some of the teams from Brazil will hopefully shore him back up again, give him a bit more confidence. But at the end of the day, we've beat Everton quite easily. 25 shots, and we've to resounding win. Apart from that slip-up with Robbie Brady getting that goal, it's very much one to be proud of. And for the second or third time this year, we're back on top of the table. And we'll be back for that game against Aston Villa, in which we should win. But I feel like that's the sort of game we're going to lose for our unbeaten run to finish. So we've got our strongest team back out for this Villa game. We've got Hart in goal with the 4 usual defenders and Balotelli and Aguero up front. It seems that Firmino's not had the best start this season. I know Aguero's only scored 6 goals, but he hasn't had the most games. I mean, he's played in 9 games, I suppose you can say, but I think he started quite well. I mean, he got a hat-trick in that game against Lokomotiv Moscow. He scored against Stoke, and he's had quite a good start. And I think given a few more chances, Aguero and Balotelli can be the strike force we need to take us to this Premier League title. Now, John Terry's actually in charge of Aston Villa, funnily enough, after Dean Smith's left the club. So it'll be interesting to see how John Terry gets on against us today, but I'm hoping that there's not too much of an issue in terms of how we get on against them. But they're playing a defensive 4-4-2. Nice to see the 4-4-2 back. I don't think they're going to do a Leicester and win the league like Ranieri did, but who knows, and he's gone to Fulham. See, I can get the real life gossip, etc. into these videos, and I do love Ranieri's appointment. He's a cracking bloke as a manager, and he's just like me as a manager. You know, I pay Joe Hart with pizza when he gets an assist. It's very cheap because he never gets an assist, a clean sheet. But it's a very cheap game. But we're playing an away game, which is something we did struggle with a little bit last year, and hopefully this game could just show that we've ignored that, and hopefully that's over, and hopefully we can go and win an away game and a home game just to make sure that we keep up with Chelsea. Now, Chelsea have played Tottenham this weekend. We've got another late game on Sunday at 3 o'clock. So, Chelsea beat Tottenham, which put them 3 points behind in the title race. But if we can win against Villa today, we go back up to the top. I know that Chelsea will have a game in hand, but still, it makes sure we maintain the pressure on Chelsea and we're back at the top of the table. I'm not going to complain at an opportunity to go back at the top of the table. It seems we're putting quite a lot of pressure on Aston Villa early on, and hopefully we get a little bit of luck in a minute with our second or third shot and put it in the back of the net. Balotelli nearly getting a goal from the second shot, but it was just off the post. It was a bit of a weird, wide, tricky angle, I think is the best way to describe it. Score there, but 50% possession, good stuff. And I thought that might have been a penalty there, but Wijnaldum's in the box, shoots, and Wijnaldum gets his first goal of the season. Very powerful strike from Wijnaldum to beat the Aston Villa goalkeeper, who is... who the hell's... I don't know who Nyland is. I know Boaz Myhill. I don't know why Boaz Myhill came to my head when we looked at Nyland. I'm not really sure, but good to see Wijnaldum getting onto the score sheet. James Chester put it out to Wijnaldum. 1, 2. There we go. It's only his second touch. Very good first touch from Wijnaldum. Put himself in a position for that lovely strike. Nyland, no, never heard of him. I don't think he's at the Villa at the moment. Ocean Nyland, again, not sure. 30 years of age, arguably didn't do too well there. But we're dominating this game at the moment. They haven't had a single shot yet, and we've had 8 of them. Can we score on our 9th opportunity? Wijnaldum to Gnabry. Wijnaldum nearly had 2. Nearly had a brace within half an hour, but it's Gnabry who gets the second goal, as it says there at the bottom of the screen. If we win this game, it'll make it 15 games without defeat. But just remember that it's not a brilliant. It is a good run. But what I'm trying to say, we had something similar to this at the start of last year. I think we had about 14 or 15 games unbeaten, and then went and lost the next 5 or 6. So this could come crashing down fairly easily. But at the moment, we're playing very well. We're getting the goals. It seems to be defending quite well. We might concede 1, but we've scored 2. So we win the game. The point's all that matters, and it seems we're having a very good start to this season. It's lovely. I'm really happy because the one thing I hate more than anything is commentating on these episodes when we're losing, because it really annoys me. I'm like, we can't get there. We always have a rut where we can't win, and I think possibly the key to a season, we might look back at the end of this season if we win the title and think this is the season that we didn't muck it up. But Sorloth has just scored a goal for Aston Villa, and I feel like I might be talking a little bit too soon. Aston Villa get one back. A very good ball, to be fair, up the pitch, but not particularly good enough for us, and maybe not from Joe Hart. We do need to make an investment in January, probably in a new goalkeeper. But ultimately, when PSG came with an 88 million bid for Alisson, I thought, yeah, we can let him go for that much. I don't particularly think that we'd have too much trouble reinvesting that money, and I don't think that we would ever get an offer that would be bigger than that for Alisson. Possibly 100 million, but I thought, you know what, it was a transfer deadline day bid. It was a bit desperate from PSG, and I thought, yeah, let's let him go. I mean, Joe Hart he's still very capable of being a Premier League goalkeeper. He might let the odd few goals in, but we can score up front, so that's all that matters at this point. We are 2-1 up. It could all come to blows. Villa can still very easily win this game. But we are dominating this game with a healthy amount of shots. 15 shots, 8 of these on target. Again, that's a very healthy ratio. And it seems that Balotelli, for the first time this season really, is having a bit of an off day. And that's a bit of a shame. But luckily, we've got so many goal scorers around the squad. I mean, any of those players, even Joe Hart could get a goal. And, we've got cover, which is nice. And it's brilliant to see players doing well, the likes of Gnabry as well. But we've got 10 minutes to go, so we are going to make a triple change. We're going to bring Salah off for Shaqiri. We are going to bring our goal scorer Wijnaldum off for Grujic, and we are going to bring, I've just realised I've got a defender on the bench, which is absolutely a terrible idea. But we're going to bring our other winger off, Gnabry, and we're going to bring Origi on there. Oh no, we're not, because Origi cannot possibly play there. Origi can't play there, of course he can't. So we're going to put Lallana there. There you go, Lallana can play there, fine. Brill. Yeah, that's a bit of a mistake not putting a defender on the bench. But luckily we've only got Maribor. Lallana's already injured with him, just coming on the pitch, wow. But we've only got Maribor in the week, which I'll say it's only Maribor. We're probably going to lose to them now, but we've only got Maribor, so we can make plenty of changes, and the likes of Van Dijk can always come out of the team. But it looks like it's going to be another 3 points and 29 points out of 33 at the start of the Premier League. And to be fair, that is about as good as a start as you can make. We were never going to start with 33 points, but 29 points from 33 is a damn sight better than we were last season. That is for sure. But we continue our unbeaten run, and 2 fairly flawless games today to continue that unbeaten run. So if you enjoyed that, folks, make sure to leave a like on the video, comment down below your thoughts, and subscribe for daily Football Manager content. But until next time, folks, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you tune in at 6 PM every single day on the channel, there'll be a Conquering the Euro video, unless last Monday when I made a mistake with the video. But let's just gloss over that. But thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.